I'd like to go over the behavioral episode sheet that you'll be submitting for each week that we do our individual treatment project. Now keep in mind that you will be submitting this every Sunday for the 5 weeks. So the baseline, the 3 weeks of treatment, and the follow-up. You will be submitting this behavioral episode sheet. Now the behavioral episode sheet is very straightforward because it is having us work with the behavioral contingency format. Now, if you'll recall, the behavioral contingency format is before, behavior, after. And this is a very common format for us to work with our clients, where we ask our clients to identify what is the behavior that you have, what goes on before the behavior, and what goes on after the behavior. What are the consequences? So I want you to imagine you're working with a client right now. You're sitting at an office and you have a client that is struggling with a particular behavioral problem, like biting their nails. So you would ask that client to define the behavior, right? Give an operational definition of the behavior. What does it mean to bite your nails? What goes on before you bite your nails? What is going on in the environment? What are your stressors? What's going on socially? What is the environment like? Is there a place that you're more likely to bite your nails than others? What's going on biologically with you? Stress levels, hunger, thirst, sleep deprivation. What's going on in your thoughts? What's going on in your feelings? Right? So you're asking your client to think in depth, right? Not just kind of this robotic, I bite my fingernails. No. Let's really investigate this. What goes on before you bite your nails? What's prompting you? So we have the before, the behavior, then the after. So what is the consequence of you biting your nails? How do you feel different? How do you think different? What goes on in your environment, right? How does this impact other people? I bite my nails and my girlfriend goes, oh, that's gross, I don't want to hold your hand, and so on. So what we're doing for ourselves during the individual treatment project is submitting this behavioral episode sheet so we get used to asking these questions, right? We get used to working with the behavioral contingency before, behavior, and after. So you will do this for 3 different behavioral episodes. So whatever your target behavior is, you will pick 3 episodes of this occurring. You will talk about what happened before, the behavior itself, and afterwards. Now, this is also relevant for competing behaviors. Now, hear this very carefully. This means if you did not complete your target behavior, but instead chose a competing behavior that had a higher priority, I want you to also think about writing about those. Let me give you an example. I have students that say, I would like to study more. Great, I want you to study more. But oftentimes they don't study because there's a competing behavior that has a higher priority. This is very relevant to your clients. Your clients want to change, but there's something else going on that's a higher priority that's taking that place. So also be willing to do the behavioral contingency before, behavior, after of those competing behaviors. So instead of studying, you watch TV. We'll talk about that. What's the before? What's going on socially, environmentally, biologically with you? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? I watched TV instead of studying. What happened afterwards? Oh, I felt great. I enjoyed that episode. I got to spend time with my boyfriend or girlfriend. I got to spend time with my friends. I know I'm going to be socially prepared the next time I go with a group of my friends because I'll have watched the episode that they're going to be talking about. In other words, identify what's going on. When you identify what's going on, you're better suited to change not just the behavior, but the before and the after. So these behavioral episode sheets are very valuable in not only training you how to use the vocabulary, the concepts, but also how to prepare yourself to work with clients in the future.